This is all Bondo, and the Bondo goes all the way out here. And so when you use body filler, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to kind of go as far out as possible when you make a repair like this, to smooth it out so that the line doesn't go from like, you know what I'm saying, like you cover it up and then you got Bondo right here and then there's like a little ridge. You know what I'm saying? You kind of smooth it out as far as possible. What's good, Grind Schoolers? It's your boy, Rob, and we back in the shop today. So today what we got going down is Dash came through to help me weld in the little piece around the wheel well. I had the piece for probably about maybe 3 weeks, maybe even almost a month. I just been waiting until I got to this section of the car in order to get it done. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna go ahead and weld it in, get it knocked out, cleaned up and everything, because this is the last piece to the car that
got some merch coming.
this is the last piece to the car that needs to be done before I can continue to spray the entire rest of the car. We've been having some unusually good weather, so I've been able to just knock out everything. I wasn't anticipating getting this far on this car until the spring because, like I said, the winter time could have slowed me all the way down, and then you know the rest. But anyways, man, I'm gonna let him do his thing, set everything up, and then yeah, man, we just gonna get to it. So this piece we're gonna go ahead and tack weld in. So I'm cleaning it up, using the Dremel to clean all this up right now, make it nice and pretty. And then this is the piece that we need to get welded and fixed. So we're gonna cut that metal out, cut this one, and then patch it in there, and then we'll be good to go. There's not that much body work to do on this car, you know what I mean? There's a little dent right there. This little piece here, I think there's some stuff going on down in this corner, but other than that, after that's done, obviously we'll sand down, we'll go through with like how Dash got right now. We'll go through with a Sharpie and then, you know what I'm saying, mark where things are. I'll sand things down and then I'll lay some body filler or wherever, because there's not really that many big of denting anywhere on the car, which luckily for me, most of the body work that we had to do was on the doors, and these are almost wrapped up and almost done. So it should go fairly smoothly from this point on, I'm hoping. But, you know what I'm saying, after this is cut out and cut back in and, you know, welded in and stuff, we should be good, man. But I'll let him work. I'm gonna work on this side, try to get all this cleaned up, get a piece of metal cut out so that we could weld it in there. And then I don't know if I'm gonna keep sanding on these doors. I've been sanding on these doors. I don't really feel like continuing today. I might, but like I said, they cleaned up real nice. Yeah, but anyways, man, we're gonna focus on that, get that done, and then yeah. All right, we got this piece cut out. So now what he's doing is he's tracing out what he needs to cut off with a good metal. Then we'll button it back up. And she good, man.
He makes it seem so easy. I'm not a professional. You signed the waiver, right?
Yeah.
You signed the waiver.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I'm not concerned about it, because whatever, you know, we don't get 100%, you know, we could make it work with the body work and all that.
I'll get it close and he'll make it look good. I'm not a body guy.
Yeah.
I just make them run.
Yeah, so we're gonna make it look pretty. Any welds we'll just grind down and then smooth it out, and it'll be all good to go.
That's why they call it grind school.
So we'll be all good, but you know, we had to get that toxic stuff up out of there. All right, y'all. Now that we got that in, we just got to grind it down and do the body work on it, make it nice and smooth. But right now I got the light out because I'm going through the car trying to find any imperfection that I can possibly find, like any dent, any ding. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to take my time. I think there's one right there. Yep, there's one right there. So I'm gonna have to take the Sharpie out and mark that one. That one I already knew about. But I felt the trunk. Like I used my hand to feel the trunk, over the trunk and stuff like that. And it's still kind of hard because there's overspray all over it. But I been feeling all over the trunk. I'm not finding any dents in the trunk at all. I already went on that quarter. There's no dents on that quarter. There is some on the top. I think there's one over there and there's one over here somewhere. You can't really see it at all. But when I was doing the T-top, I could see it when I was up there. And I just rubbed my hand across the top and it was up there. Or I felt a little tiny divot. So I gotta clean all this off. This is like overspray and stuff. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'll wait until I sand it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the DA out and I'm gonna sand it down 120 grit. Get all this like clear. It's single stage, so run through the clear, get all that stuff off everywhere, and then I'll go over it by hand probably, just to kind of clean up any areas that I might have missed with the DA or whatever. And then after that, we can mask everything up and get everything primed up. And then we'll guide coat 180 and, she'll be sprayed up. Man, I'm astonished at how clean this car is. I know I said this in my last video, but I mean, other than, having to do the welding and stuff like that, the rust repair for the T-top, for the floor, and then over here in this door striker area, I mean, it hasn't been very, very bad doing the work on this car at all. The most of the amount of body work is on the doors and stuff. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to feel over this quarter panel a little bit more, keep looking through with my light. Like I'm going through with a fine tooth comb. Like I said in the bumper video, it's all about prep. If you prep right, you're going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Paint job going to come out, looking real solid. So I want to prep the best that I can. Yeah, and I can see this dent. I don't know. Yeah, you can see it on camera. It's right here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that spot right now. And that has been the only one that I have seen thus far. So X marks the spot. There might be one over there too. Let me see. Yeah, I can't really tell. But from the visual, from the eye, that's the only one that I can see thus far, which is pretty impressive. I think this car obviously has been, well, I know for sure it has been repainted in some capacity before. And I don't know if it has gone down to bare metal because there was not another layer of paint under here. It was just white. So I don't know if they touched up paint in certain areas, kind of blended the paint or whatever they did. But the car, the paint job wasn't too bad, you know what I mean? There were some areas obviously that were kind of, some hiccups and stuff like that. But other than that, the paint job on this car wasn't too bad. It obviously has shown its age. It's been painted for a while because you could tell there's been cracks and all that kind of stuff. But as far as like the body work is concerned, either A, this car was very well taken care of, or B, somebody did a really decent job at the body work. Even on the doors, like the doors, they used a lot of Bondo and stuff like that, but like you really couldn't tell. I guess I take that back because this door had a lot of ripples that I thought were dents, but it was just inside the body work. But regardless of the situation, or inside the Bondo that they had on here or whatever, but regardless of the situation, man, this speeds up things so significantly. So all I got to do is sand this down, get those welds smooth so you never know that there was anything replaced there. Fill in what I need to fill in, make sure that's nice and straight. And then, fill in this dent here and then go up top and then find those ones up there, fill those in, and then we can sand the whole car, so the whole entire rest of the car down, and then we can prime it, and then we can order paint and then get it painted. So we're nearing the finish line, y'all. We're nearing the finish line. We still got a little ways to go, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing like it's nothing like these two, man. It's nothing like these two. These two were a lot of work. You know what I mean? Not to say that this wasn't a lot of work, because I broke the entire car down. I didn't break these two down all the way. Like the hood, the front clip, and the doors were off of this, and the tailgate. But that's pretty much it. And then I took the hood and the trunk off of this car, and then obviously the mirrors and stuff like that. But this one, the entire front clip, the doors, everything, the trunk, everything has come off of this car. So except the trunk yet, but I'm gonna take the trunk off. But anyways, man, let me keep trying to find anything. This is speeding up my process so significantly as well, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to find more imperfections, and if I can't, then man, I guess this wraps it up as well. Like I said, the fenders didn't have much work that needed to be done, and this part of the car I don't think needs a lot of work either. And then, you know, like I said, I'll just clean this up, and then, you know, we'll finish everything up. Oh yeah, also I'm about to sand this hole out right here where the keyhole goes, because I ordered the kit that has 3 key locks or whatever, 2 for the doors and then 1 for the trunk. And the reason why I did that is because right now, if you notice, I have a little cup thing right there blocking the what's this thing called, blocking the latch that the trunk hooks to, because I don't want to forget it and slam the trunk, because there's no battery in the car, and the only way to open this right now is with the battery, or with the button inside the car. And you know what I'm saying, like I got that on there so I don't mistakenly close the trunk, and then now I got to figure out, you know, like I got to hook the battery up and do all this other extra stuff just to try to open the trunk, just to try to get it off. You know what I mean? That's an extra step that I want to circumvent. And then also we do got to take these quarter windows out too before we start sanding, and then clean, take this trim up, take this back piece off right here, this piece off here. Matter of fact, I might do that right now. I'll just take this piece off, and then probably pop these clips off, throw those in the trunk just for them to be there for now. And then, you know, we're pretty much ready to go, man. It's really cold out here, so I'm not trying to be out here too long. I just came to make sure that I find all these little spots. I'll probably do all the sanding and everything at a different date. You guys will probably see that, but other than that, man, I just wanted to make sure that all this was good to go and we have no more issues, man. So shout out to Dash for welding this in for me. I greatly appreciate it, bro. Once again, this was the last piece of the car that really needed attention before I could move on and finish the paint job. So we're getting closer. We're right up on getting this done. I wish that I had a little bit more warmer days. It looks like it's gonna be cold for the next couple weeks, so whatever. But let me go ahead and sand this keyhole out. We'll see what we're dealing with. And then I don't know if I'm gonna go and try to see if there's any dents up there or nothing like that. I might just sand it down because it has a bunch of overspray and it's not gonna just wipe off. So I'll have to take the sander out and sand it and then fill it. So that won't get done today, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I cleaned my space as much as possible so that, you know what I mean, like I'm not running out of room. And now once things start to go back on the car, everything will be clean up in here, and you know, I'll have the peace of mind. I also organized my rack. So you see my paint guns that were just laying on the back of the car and stuff like that. I got another pegboard so that I could start hanging everything up. And yeah, now this is my next mission, just cleaning all this stuff up on the table so that I can dang, I don't know if that's picking up all the kids in the house screaming and stuff. But anyways, my plan is to clean up the table so that this is no longer just a junky mess. It's been like this for like, I want to say years, man. Just stuff just piling on. And, you know, ever since I painted the Elko, this has been just junky, you know what I mean? So I want to clean it up and, yeah, man, start making my space feel like, you know, an actual garage that's not all cluttered and jumbled up. But anyways, man, I know I've been yapping. Let me go ahead and sand this down and see what's going down right here where the keyhole is. It's probably similar to what the doors were. And then I think that's going to be a wrap, because like I said, I don't really have too many more areas of concern. And yeah, man, like we just moving right along. All right, y'all. I thought I would cut y'all on to show y'all the amount of effort they use to basically cover up this keyhole. This is all Bondo, and the Bondo goes all the way out here. And so when you use body filler, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to kind of go as far out as possible when you make a repair like this, to smooth it out so that the line doesn't go from, like, you know what I'm saying, like you cover it up and then you got Bondo right here and then there's like a little ridge, you know what I'm saying, you kind of smooth it out as far as possible. So that's pretty much what they did. Now if they probably welded in a lot better, I'm not all the way down yet, so I don't know, but if they welded it in really well, they probably wouldn't have had to go out that far. Just smooth over that and they would be good. But you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Like the doors had a lot of Bondo on them, like basically the whole like quarter of the door around the, you know what I'm saying, door handle and all that. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish, you know what I'm saying, getting this all the way down. Hopefully it's as easy as the doors were. And then we'll just go ahead and work on popping that out. And then, yeah, you know what I'm saying, we'll be good. And then fit that lock in there, boom. And then make sure that it works. And then we'll move on. Well, scratch that last statement. Looks like they did a good job welding this thing in, because there's no welds at all. You can see where the keyhole is though. I mean, where they welded and they just ground down the welds. But I wonder why they use so much Bondo then. That doesn't even make any sense, but whatever. Anyways, so I may have to just cut directly into the center and try to see if I could pop it out that way. I don't know, man, but you know what I'm saying, like we'll see. I'll probably try to put a screwdriver in there and put a hammer to it and see if these pop out somehow, some way. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But that kind of sucks because I thought it was just gonna pop out. It might still, but you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But yeah, we'll move on from here. And I just wanted to see what that was gonna look like, to see what I'm facing, and then, you know what I'm saying, like, so I can, you know, attack it. And then once I can attack it, we'll go ahead and fill this back in however it goes, and then make it nice and smooth again, and we'll be all right. But yeah, man, I don't really have any areas of concern really on this car, man. So other than that, where I marked the X, this thing here, and then the couple of dents on the top, I mean, we should be cold-o, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't take much to do the whitey filler, sand it on down, and especially these dents. There won't be no dent pullers, nothing like that I got to bring out. So, I mean, yeah, from this point on, man, we should be smooth sailing, man. I don't have no more areas that I'm really concerned about. Just got to scuff everything up, clean it up, and we ready to prime. We ready to 180. 180 shouldn't take too long because, like I said, when you're in the 180 stage, you're really looking for dents and stuff like that. I can't feel any. I can't see any. I'm using the light. And yeah, man, but, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better than this, man. This makes me really happy. So let me go ahead and, since I got this out, I'll go ahead and grind this down a little bit, and then we'll conclude this segment, man. And next time, hopefully we are going to be, first of all, finishing up the doors, and then hopefully we'll be on to sending the car down and getting it prepped and ready to prime and shoot. So let me go ahead and sand these welds down, and then I'm gonna call it a wrap today. You know, I didn't have a real big day yesterday or today because, you know what I'm saying, it's been light work. So, you know, you can't complain when it's light work. But let me go ahead and grind this down a little bit, get it as smooth as I possibly can, and then I'll show y'all what that looks like, and then yeah, we'll call it a wrap. right, y'all. So I cleaned up the welds. Some of them, like right here, I had to fill in a little bit. I could still grind it down a little bit, which I'm trying to get it as close, like as low as possible. So I'm trying to get it as smooth as possible, like right here, you know what I'm saying? But also, you know, I'm also not trying to heat up the panel, and I'm also trying to keep it as straight as possible so I can keep this body line. So you can see I still got the body line, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's obviously gonna have to be cleaned up and straightened out and sanded down and all that kind of stuff to make sure that it's just like that. But you can see that we still got our body line, you know what I mean? Some of these welds can still be kind of shaved down and cleaned up. The pieces that are pitted, we'll just have to fill in with some metal filler. But for the most part, man, that's in there. Shout out to Dash once again. We cleaned it up. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything, you'll never be able to tell that this was replaced at all. I'm gonna keep grinding down in this section here a little bit, and then down there, and then this piece is good, man. And then we can move on to our next stage. So, yeah, I mean, it didn't take too much, fortunately. And yeah, man, but I had to order this whole entire piece in order to get this little piece here, you know what I mean? And you know, it was $60, but after shipping and everything, I guess it has to come freight because, or it's large item, not freight, but it's large item because of the size of it. It was like almost $100 just for this one little piece. But if you are looking, you do need a quarter panel or a half quarter panel just around your wheel well. You don't need the whole entire thing cut from the front all the way to the back. And you only need this piece. They do make them. I got this from Parts Geek. And it came undamaged. It was sealed up really good, bubble wrapped and everything. So it's solid, man. Other than that, I mean, if you are looking for Monte Carlo patch panels, they make them for every single piece. So if you just need this section, if you need this whole section, if you need the bottom section, whichever section, the section up there, whichever section, they sell everything in sections. So just a little bit of food for thought if you were wondering how I got this piece in there. I didn't have to go to the junkyard and cut it out or nothing like that. I just ordered it, boom, and you know, shout out to Dash once again. He welded it in and we're good to go. So let me sand down this a little bit more and then we'll conclude this video. All right, y'all. I don't think it looked half bad. You know what I mean? Like I said, we still got this body line. We still gotta obviously fill in the pitting and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to sand too far so that the weld comes out of there and nothing like that. But like I said, we still got our body line, so there's no issues there. You can kind of see it, you know what I'm saying, and it fade out right there. Yeah, but like I said, this is good. It's cold fall, good metal in there now. And now we can just keep moving, man. Like I said, this thing will be done shortly, so yeah. All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Man, I am super excited about, you know what I'm saying, the finish line. You know what I mean? I've been enjoying the process and everything like that, but I think beginning to finish, I think I looked at the first video that I dropped. I think it started beginning of September, it's beginning of January now. So to undercoat, to paint, body work, and a whole nine, depending on the cold as well too, you know what I'm saying? Like if I get held up in the cold and not working on this thing every single day, like I don't work on the Monte Carlo every single day, even though it may seem like it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not out here for 8 hours at a time. Just, you know, like as if I was in a body shop or nothing like that. It's just when I can get some time to do what I gotta do. 5 months maybe. To paint this car, maybe even less than that, depending on when I get done. But I mean, man, like that's not bad, you know, to paint a car. You know, when a lot of cars end up in paint jail for, you know what I'm saying, 8 months, 10 months, a year, 2 years, like And they got whole crews of guys that come in there. Somebody does the body work. Somebody does the, you know what I'm saying, knocks out the paint. Somebody does, you know, the welding and all this kind of stuff. So, like, when you send your car to a shop and they telling you like a whole year, now I get it, you know what I'm saying, they got more cars and they got more clients that they deal with, but at the end of the day, man, this stuff is, your car shouldn't be sitting up in paint jail for, you know, 2 years. The Impala was sitting in paint jail for 10 months and didn't get touched. And that's when I just decided, man, to jump out the window and start doing this stuff myself, to be honest with y'all. So, I mean, y'all can do it. I mean, granted, I do have the facility to do it, or I do have a garage, I guess you could say, but I mean, you don't need necessarily a lavish garage or nothing like that. You don't need, you know what I'm saying, all the finest paint guns. I'm using cheap guns that I'm buying off of Amazon and Harbor Freight. Now, the gun that I use on the outside of the car is my Iwata. Now, that is a good gun. You know what I'm saying? It sprays phenomenally on the outside of the car, but I only use that for paint. Like, I don't use it for primer, nothing like that. And I only use it on the outside of the car. Now, the undersides and everything, I'm using, obviously, the cheaper disposable guns because I don't like cleaning them. Though I have been cleaning my guns a lot more this time around than I did with the Impala. Like, the Impala, I was just buying more and more paint guns because it's like $20 for a paint gun, and then you just, you know, recycle them and then whatever. But I've been cleaning them because I don't really want to have to do all of that. I'll probably have to buy one more paint gun, and then after that, man, it's time to just get this thing knocked out. But yeah, like I said, that was the last hurdle that I had to get over, and I feel like it's even more of a win now that I, you know, got to, you know, feel around the car and I only found one dent. So I'm hoping that, and I do know that there's a couple on the roof. They're not big, like I can't really see them visually. When I was up there, I could see them like certain angles, but it's not like a huge dent where I got to get the stud welder out and I'm gonna have a whole bunch of Bondo and everything like that. But yeah, I did find one dent. I felt all over the car and it looks like we're good. So one dent back here, one of the fenders, and then I think a couple on the rooftop, and we'll be able to lay some body filler on those, knock those right out. And then, you know, like I said, we'll scuff it up real good, get it prepped real good, and get it primered. And then after primer, you know the drill, 180, 320, you know what I'm saying? Guide coat both stages, wet sand, get everything all nice and smooth, and then we shooting it. One thing I am happy about when I spray during the cold is no bugs. I don't have to worry about bugs landing in here. Like, when I was spraying the Impala and the Elko, I had to bomb the garage and let it air out and stuff like that before I started painting, and just to get all the bugs out of here. But I don't have to do that this time around, you know what I mean? Only thing I have to really worry about is trash in the gun, but I'm gonna clean my eye water really, really, really good so I don't get no trash. And hopefully we can knock it out real good, real smooth, and we'll be good, man. But anyways, man, I think this is going to conclude this video. Next time you see this car, I mean, hopefully we're, you know, getting it all the way together in primer, and we're on to doing the rest of the body work to finish it on out, and this car will be painted, and then we can start putting it back together finally. And, you know, soon after that, hopefully it's LS power time. So anyways, man, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and always remember, work hard so you can live free.